Hello, this is Ben Babian,
And Zachary Beadle, and this is Course Crash History of the World.
and we're going to talk about the terrorist attacks of September 11th, 2001. On September 11th, 2001, 19 men hijacked 4 fuel-loaded U.S. commercial airplanes bound for West Coast destinations.
A total of 2,977 people were killed in New York City, Washington, D.C., and outside of Shanksville, Pennsylvania. The attack was orchestrated by Al Qaeda leader Osama bin Laden.
At the World Trade Center site in Lower Manhattan, 2,753 people were killed when hijacked American Airlines Flight 11 and United Airlines Flight 175 were intentionally crashed in the North and South Towers, or as a result of the crashes. Around 8:45 on that Tuesday morning, American Airlines Flight 11, traveling from Boston to LA, hit the North Tower at the World Trade Center in New York City.
Around 9:03 Eastern Time, United Airlines Flight 175 traveling Boston to Los Angeles hit the South Tower.
About 30 minutes after that, American Airlines Flight 77 crashed into the Pentagon building in Washington.
Around 10 o'clock in the morning, the South Tower of the World Trade Center collapses in approximately 10 seconds.
A few minutes later, United Airlines Flight 93 crashed in a field near Shanksville, Pennsylvania.
Around 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time, the last tower at the World Trade Center collapsed. Now we will show an illustration of the attacks on September 11th, 2001.
Let's go to the magic whiteboard. After 9/11. Less than a month after the attacks, U.S. troops invaded Afghanistan in an attempt to dismantle Al Qaeda, the terrorist group that claimed responsibility for the attack.
Osama bin Laden. After the attacks of 9/11, the Bush administration created the Department of Homeland Security in 2002. The Department of Homeland Security is a cabinet-level office that merged 22 government agencies, the Immigration and Naturalization Service and the U.S. Customs Service, which were both formerly part of the Department of Justice.
Before 9/11, airport security was really lax. You could skip through metal detectors without even having to show ID. Any blade up to 4 inches was permitted as well. Electronic surveillance has increased crazily. All aspects of a person's life are policed by government agents, and all citizens are suspects. Their activities monitored and regulated, their movements tracked, their communications spied upon, and their lives, liberties, and the pursuit of happiness depended on the government's say-so.
After 9/11, there was a major economic impact on the United States.
$500,000 it took to plan and execute the 9/11 attacks. About $123 billion were lost during the first 2 to 4 weeks after the first World Trade Center towers collapsed. $60 billion of cost to the World Trade Center site damage and the surrounding buildings. $40 billion in emergency anti-terrorism packages approved by the U.S. Congress. $15 billion in an aid package passed by Congress to bail out the airlines. And $9.3 billion insurance claims arising from the 9/11 attacks. The period after 9/11 also saw major changes and major controversy surrounding privacy, as spotlighted by government snitch Edward Snowden.
Intelligence Surveillance Act, which created the secret court, was amended in both 2001 and 2008, lowering the legal bar for the government to engage in wiretapping and other surveillance problems and practices.
9/11 was a tragic event, and my heart goes out to all the families and loved ones of those who lost their lives. We dedicate this video to those people along with our condolences. Our world will never be the same after that day. Never before has our country been more protected and more secure. All we can do now is learn from it. Economically, socially, politically, and emotionally, the world was impacted. Never will it be the same. Thank you to all the firefighters and policemen who lost their lives trying to rescue others. You will always be remembered. Everyone knows it.
But come on. Or no, you can say it as known as 9/11.
Talk about.
And then it'd be da-da-da, da-da-da.
Stop.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're back.
Yeah,
Alright, is that it?
we live. Alright,
Cut.
Ben!
Pauses. We live, baby. This has been that. Oh,